Hey, Ron here with Rattling On with Ron. Hey, I'm coming to you guys today, and what I want to rattle on about is I got a text message from my buddy Jake down in Phoenix, and he asked me to do something on hard hats. And if you think about it, you go to a mine site or a construction site or wherever you work, they wear hard hats. That's probably the most visible piece of safety equipment we have. But yet I don't know if it gets inspected very often. I'm not saying you guys don't do that. If I think back on me, I really haven't inspected my hard hat a whole lot. But yet, look what it protects. It protects our brain, right? So when you inspect these things, what you want to do is you want to check for any kind of scratches, dings, dents, things of that nature, big cuts, gouges, maybe holes in them. Do an elasticity test on them, right? Squeeze them. They should squeeze pretty easily and not make any cracks or noises. For my underground guys, here's one there. Same thing. Squeeze it, make sure it bounces back, it's not doing any crack. And two types of hard hats, right? We got a type 1 and a type 2. Type 1 protects us from blows straight down on top of our head, so it just comes straight down like that. Type 2 protects against straight down on the top plus side blows. Okay, I've only seen a few type 2 hard hats. When I worked in New Mexico, we used them for working at heights. You have to wear a chin strap with them as well. And we used them, like I said, for working at heights in case you fell and you did swing fall and hit something, you had that side impact. How do you tell what type of hat you have? You look inside, there's a manufacturer's sticker in there, and it'll tell you it's type 1, whatever class. 3 classes as well. This one here and this one here are both Class C. Class C means it doesn't have any electrical insulation or protection at all. Okay, Class G type hats, they are proof tested up to 2200 volts, and they make a Class E, which is proof tested up to 20,000 volts. So again, look on the inside for your classification. How long do you keep a hard hat? That's another question some people ask. Most places say get rid of them or replace them after 5 years. Okay, if you look on the bill of your hat or the brim, whatever you want to call it, there will be a manufacturer date. Okay, it's stamped in there. A lot of people think that's 5 years from that date. Okay, but most manufacturers say it's 5 years from issue date. Just look at the manufacturer, whatever type you have, MSA, whatever it is. Look at that and they'll tell you. For example, when I worked in New Mexico, when you got a hard hat, they put a sticker on the inside with a date that it was issued, and it's 5 years from that date. Okay, so this one was issued March 26, 2013. Okay, so this hat isn't good anymore. If I wanted to go back underground, I couldn't use this hat. I'd have to get a new one. Other things on hard hats people ask. Well, we'll go back to the inspection, but your suspension. Check the suspension. Make sure there's no, tears in the liner or the webbing inside here. Make sure the tightening mechanism, whether it's a twist one like this or the slide kind, none of that stuff's broke or ripped. If it is, replace it. Again, most manufacturers will tell you replace the suspension once a year. So again, change it out once a year. They get pretty nasty too. You guys that know, well, not everybody works hard, but sweat and stuff like that will get them stinking and cracking and things of that nature. So make sure you replace them once a year on the suspension, 5 years on the hat. Just regular care and maintenance of your hat. You can wash it. Just use warm soapy water. You guys that work underground, shower at the mine, once a month, take it in the shower with you, wash it up, clean it up. Guys on the surface, if you don't have shower facilities there, take them home and wash them. But again, just warm soapy water, don't use any solvents, gas, things of that nature. Storing them, keep them stored, cool, dry place. Don't store them on don't throw them in the dashboard of your truck or in the back of your truck. The sun will degrade them as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the hard hats. Good tool, right? Real good piece of PPE. Again, it protects our head, right? Any injuries, in my opinion, above the shoulders and up is bad, so we want to make sure what we have is good. So make sure you do that. Get them changed out when they're needed. check the suspension, keep them clean. Stickers, people ask me sometimes, hey, can I have stickers on my hard hat? And most manufacturers say yes. There's one out there, Bullard. They make a hard hat and they say don't put any stickers on it, but underground, you shouldn't be buying them, right? If you work underground coal, you have to have 18 square inches of reflectivity on your hat, and we use the stickers. Okay, but what they tell you though is when you put the stickers on there, keep them at least a ½ inch from the edge. And you can see on mine, apparently I didn't know that rule until just not recently, because these are closer than that ½ inch. So keep them away from the edge, but do put them on there. It's not going to hurt. Just don't cover up any holes or cracks or anything like that. Some other questions people ask: what can I wear under my hard hat? Again, manufacturers, what they say is don't wear anything that has metal on it, and do not wear ball caps under it. You can wear skull caps, bandanas, something that fits tight to your head, but not a ball cap, so don't put ball caps on there. This type of hard hat don't wear backwards. Okay, they're not designed. The suspension, when you turn it around, is different. Okay, it has to fit a certain way, so don't wear ball caps underneath it, and don't wear these backwards. Don't put anything between the suspension and the top of the shell, so don't put stuff in here. Don't put your gloves in here. Don't put extra set of glasses in there. Just leave it like it is. Okay. There are things you can put in here. There's winter liners you can put in there, but they're designed for that, right? So the manufacturer makes them for that. So if you use that, that's okay. But again, just make sure you're inspecting them, checking them. Very important piece of safety equipment. Okay, so that's it on the hard hats. But what I want to talk to you now before I sign out is, me and my wife went for a ride tonight, and what I noticed was, first thing I noticed was the neighbor guy across the street was cleaning his Harley and getting it ready for the summer to start going riding. A lot of you guys out there that I know got bikes, a lot of you may not, but it's starting to warm up. We're going to see these guys on the road, so let's make sure we're watching for them. Watch for the bikes. Another little girl was riding down the street on her dirt bike when I was out there earlier. So again, this time of year, people are starting to get out and do stuff. We haven't seen them all winter, so keep an eye out for the guys on the motorcycles. Don't want to hear of anybody getting hit or hurt on that. And until next time, have a good evening. Have a good safe shift at work when you go back, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.